Professional football in America is a special game.
Welcome to the Ralph Rant, your source for common sense, hard-hitting takes on all things Buffalo Bills. From the draft to the playoffs, the Ralph has an opinion you just might want to hear. Now here is the host of the Ralph Rant, that hardened veteran watcher of generations of Bills teams, a witness to OG running at the rock pile, attendee of the first ever regular season game at Rich Stadium, that opinionated so-and-so you've walked out on parties because of the Ralph. Hey everybody, welcome to the Ralph Rant. I'm your host, the Ralph. Here we are, brand new show, brand new studio, and we are talking about the NFL and the Buffalo Bills. We're going to cover all the topics with the Bills, anything that is a big issue that polarizes people. Going to get the opinions out here. So glad you could be with me today. We talk about every Bills topic, but the big one right now, of course, is the draft that just happened, and of course, the selection of Josh Allen with the Bills' 7th pick in the first round. It's very much worth talking about because I believe he's going to succeed tremendously with the Bills. Now, why would that be? Well, obviously, he's got the talent, of course, and we've seen that, the cannon arm, the 58-mile-an-hour footballs coming off a 74-mile-per-hour fingertip speed, the great spirals, all of that. And he gets the ball out very quickly, too. He's got a .388 second release time. So all of those basic toolkit items that you'd really want in your quarterback. But he is also a great competitor. We've seen a lot of fire when he was at Wyoming, and of course he carried that team quite a bit. He was really the offense pretty much for the entire final season of his college career. We know he's got a great football IQ. He does great on the board. I believe he actually reads a lot better than some of the draftniks are putting out there, that they believe he doesn't read the field very well. And I'm going to show you a few examples where I think he does so very well. A couple of other things, though, that come up, and these are of interest. One is the adversity Josh Allen was under as he played for the Wyoming Cowboys. He was not with a team that had a chance of going undefeated. They won 8 games in each of the last 2 seasons he played. But I think the adversity that he was under actually is going to be of great value to him. You find a lot that he couldn't get the receivers wide open because they weren't getting separation. So he did have to thread balls into windows, just like he's going to in the NFL. And that threading the ball into those windows brings up the point about accuracy, which has been one of the big things that has been a negative against Josh Allen, is his supposed lack of accuracy. Actually, I find he's really quite an accurate quarterback, and we're going to look today at some film of Josh Allen from the Hawaii game. This is when the Wyoming Cowboys hosted Hawaii, September 23rd of last season. And this game is kind of a microcosm of Josh Allen's entire season, with the pressure that he's under, with him having to carry the offense, with the types of throws he's had to make. So let's take a look at that and see what we think about the video, and we'll come back and talk about it. So here we go. Josh Allen, future quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, takes the field, and here on the 2nd and 5, his first throw. This is one the pundits will jump on because it looks like the ball is a little bit late. He looks indecisive, and it was short-armed a little bit. But if we take a look at this a little bit more closely, we'll see some decision-making going on. The corner on that side, Allen is watching, and that corner is actually going to end up following the inside receiver, streaking past the 50 and peeling outside. So Allen will throw shorter to number 13. That's a good decision. If that ball is on him, he might be able to catch some extra yardage after the catch. But on this play, there's no short arm. Right through the hands of number 13, and Allen is upset, and you can see why when you take a look at this replay. The ball is a laser perfectly thrown right off the hands of number 13. Well, it didn't work there, so let's try it again. Here with number 14, it looks like the very same play run, except let's try it to 14. Again, throws the laser deep out, And again, the ball is right through the hands of number 14. It's this type of throw that the Bills, I'm sure, love seeing on film, and Buffalo Bills receivers will make that catch. Now, in this play, we've got an H-back throwing a block and then coming out of the backfield. Nice decision by Allen, throwing to him positive yards. And something we haven't seen in Bills land for a long time is a quarterback being able to actually sneak 2 or 3 yards, which we saw there. Now, on this ball, Allen is going to throw again to the deep right, and it looks inaccurate. Actually not. His receivers have difficulty getting separation. They're not fast enough to have corners stay off the line. So as you see in the replay here, Allen is just going to throw this away because the receiver is just not getting separation on the outside. On this next play, we'll see Allen operating out of the shotgun. He's going to throw over the middle to his tight end, number 85. This is a nice throw. Throws the ball just as the tight end is coming into his break. And we'll see that here on the replay. Decisive throw over the middle. You can see the release time also. It's very quickly gotten out of there. Here we have a bubble screen to the right side. And again, this is hard to pull this kind of play off when you can't get corners hanging off because your receivers aren't fast enough. And what happens then? Well, Allen can take off and actually get yardage like this. And I think we'll see him use his legs in the NFL as well. Here we have Allen operating out of the shotgun again. And this is one of my favorite throws of this tape because he'll throw number 25 open. 25 is actually moving outside and getting separation. And so that's not hesitating. That's actually some good decision making. And we'll see it here pretty closely. 25 coming out and then making his move to the outside. And the safety is unable to make the tackle because he threw number 25 open. Love to see that. Now, you don't love to see this. This is a sack. Allen was under pressure quite a bit this season, and he lost some linemen to the NFL. He had a freshman right tackle. That's going to go a long way to explaining that. Here in this play, we're going to see Allen actually look to his right and then swing back to the left to throw to number 80. This was snuffed out by the defense and blocked. It almost was a pick six. But when you're trying to throw off and deceive a defense, this is the kind of looks you want to see from your quarterback. Now, on this throw, we're going to see him throw just to number 13 in the flat. This is a 3rd and 35. He's just getting some yardage there. Now, on this next play, we're going to see Allen throw another beautiful laser. This one deep left, right over the outstretched hands of the defender, as you can see. And the ball is once again dropped right in the numbers. I don't see any inaccuracy here, and I challenge people that are saying this is such an inaccurate, can't hit the side of a barn quarterback. I just don't see it. Here we'll see Allen try a Hail Mary at the end of the half. This ball is going to go to the back of the end zone. Second half action now. 2 screens to the right side. First one completed, the second one not. This is a case where we see you just don't have cushion on these receivers because they're not fast enough, so these plays are difficult to make work. This one, he almost gets intercepted and taken to the house, but you can see on that play he was actually looking to his right first. Now, Allen won't get on the field in this series because in the ensuing kickoff after Hawaii score, number 9 gets the football, and he could go all the way and does. And that's that for the offense for Wyoming for that series. Now in the fourth quarter, we see Allen on a play action and a rollout. You see this play a lot in the NFL. Nice throw to number 85, tight end. Positive yards on that. Now Allen's getting into a little bit of a rhythm here at this part of the game. Again, out of the shotgun, he is going to throw over to number 25, who makes some nice moves to get some yards after the catch there. And then again here with play action, and again, that rollout to the right. And that's a throw that should have been caught. This ball's a little bit low, but that ball should have been scooped up. On this throw, we're going to see another one of these lasers off to the deep right. Except this ball is actually a little bit inside of the receiver, but that's within a catch radius and should have been caught. And this is another point about Allen being able to thread balls into places where other quarterbacks in college might not have to because they're getting such separation. So here we go in overtime. Allen is going to do the same play action fake and roll out to the right, and he's got a man in the end zone, and it is 6. Another beautiful ball. Well, in watching this today, I don't see the inaccuracy people are talking about. I don't see indecisiveness. I see a pretty good-looking quarterback who's out of a small school who I think has worlds of room to grow into. Well, we're back, and that was quite a watch. I believe Josh Allen is the Bills' next generational franchise quarterback, and we're going to see him have success for quite a number of years. I think it points it out. For the people that wanted Josh Rosen was never going to work in this building. Listen, guys, this is why I think the Bills have done well in selecting Allen. He really seems to fit well with the team. He owned up on all this business with the tweets, and the fact that those came out the night before the draft, that's another subject we'll get into some other time perhaps, but not today. But right here from the Ralph, want to welcome Josh Allen to the Buffalo Bills, and can't wait to see what happens this camp and into this season. So until next time, this has been the Ralph Rant with your host, the Ralph. We'll see you next time. Check it out.